The carriage of Ma Cherie, Princess of Horn, was assailed near the border. Through her rescue by the Leonis family, the War of Lion's Valley began. Leonis faced grim circumstances after the betrayal by its ally, Rosette. But Mont brought the war to an end by felling Moraga, the king of Fennis. However, from beneath the war-torn Leonis castle emerged a massive crystal. This was the very goal of Sadali, who had orchestrated the war now past. The peace brought by the efforts of Mont and Company did not last for long. The threat to the west, the forces of Rundal led by Jaden, invaded Ovis with their allied nation of Heindler. And thus began the War of the Gale Highlands. The fierce battles that ensued left the great powers exhausted. It was then that the Sanctum took to the battlefield to put an end to Jaden. Mont was there to aid Jaden in his time of need. However, even with their rings, they were no match for Sadali's overwhelming magic. In that moment, Oberon appeared. Wielding the ring claimed from Luciel of Ovis, he forced Sadali's retreat. This act all but brought an end to the War of the Gale Highlands. Yet Oberon branded Jaden an impostor for allying with Mont, and attacked. Striking down Jaden and claiming his ring as his own. And then, the giant crystal floating above Leonis Castle fell to the earth. And the slumbering shadow within was awakened.
It has been so long since you left us. So much has happened since then. Fennis has been destroyed. Wazette has lost its king. And a giant crystal has risen from beneath Leonis Castle and blanketed their lands with miasma. The world we know is changing. But my heart remains the same, now and forevermore. It belongs to you, my love. On this most joyous day for our kingdom, I thought it only fitting to vow those words anew. Though we ourselves never had the chance to wed, I wish the two of them all the happiness in our stead. Are you not of the same heart, Naya? Well, I guess the ceremony shall be starting soon.
Lady Ma Cherie looks so beautiful! I wish I could have helped her get dressed for her big day too.
I didn't take you as the type to be into that kind of thing, Salir. Perhaps I should allow you to assist me when it is my turn then.
What do you mean by your turn?
When I take Lord Adelard's hand in marriage, of course.
Still talking about things that will only happen in your dreams, huh?
Dreams come true, you know. Do you want to see my other dream of making mincemeat out of you come true as well?
Ha! Just you try. I'll have you cooked before you even draw your blade.
Would you two be quiet?
Sorry.
If you can't keep it down, I'll throw you both out of here myself.
Understood.
There. That's perfect. Thank you, Glaciella. You look exquisite. Well, I have you to thank for that. To tell you the truth, when I made this dress, I actually imagined it would be for this very occasion.
You mean for my wedding?
Yes. That's why I was elated when you chose this one today.
Oh, Glaciella.
No crying. You will ruin your makeup.
I cannot thank you enough.
You don't need to.
I am sorry, everyone. May I have a moment to myself?
Of course.
Ketone, you are here, aren't you? Ketone. I knew I sensed you in the shadows. Are you planning to assassinate me on my special day?
I am planning no such thing.
I jest, nothing more. You look as if you want to chide me for being playful when I was crying but mere moments ago.
I would never.
What brings you sneaking into my chambers? Did Mont order you to spy on me?
No, my lady.
Then you do intend to assassinate me.
Please, do not misunderstand. I just wanted to see the face of the bride up close. That is all.
You want to see my face?
Yes. Is that so strange a wish?
Then by all means, gaze away as you desire. Happy now?
You are very beautiful, my lady.
Thank you, Ketone.
Lady Marjorie.
I am heartened to know you are in my shadows. Yes? What is it?
It is time, Your Highness.
I shall be right there.
Oh dear, what has gotten into you, Lilith? You are all but crying like a baby.
I am just so happy.
Lilith.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to treat you like a child.
It's okay. I know.
It's just that you remind me so much of Volcane.
I am grateful, Lilith. I would never have seen this day had it not been for you. Enter!
Engelbert.
What brings you here at this time?
I came to apologize for my multitude of discourtesies towards you.
Engelbert.
From this day, Horn and Leona shall become as one kingdom. Your Majesty.
You need not treat me any different, my friend.
But, Your Majesty...
Think of it as my first command to you as your new king. That you merely call me by name. In order to bring peace to all Ardra, I shall be requiring your aid. And that peace can start with us.
Permit me to say one thing, then.
By all means.
I shall not abide if you ever do anything to make Lady Macherie unhappy.
I am counting on you if ever I do. You have my word.
Ah, if I may, King Mont.
What is it?
We were requested to tell you that it is time.
Understood. Thank you.
Well done, darling! You almost said it perfectly! What? I was complimenting you.
Alas, our dear commander only said half the words I spent all night writing up for him to say.
You can hardly expect Darling to remember such a long speech. Right, darling?
Enough already. But I'll say this. I believe it got my true sentiment across to him. So for that, I thank you, Lorenzo.
Oh, shoot. We had better shake a leg over to the ceremony ourselves.
Then shake a leg we must.
It is hard to believe this day has finally come.
Indeed, it truly is. Especially when you consider that, at first, Lady Macherie had given up on the prospect of ever marrying King Mont.
So, Lady Macherie had reservations?
Yes. She feared that, were she to marry King Mont, Horn would cease to exist as a nation. And this very castle that King Rod bequeathed Lady Macherie holds many a dear memory for her of her brother, the late Lord Dario.
I can understand she would want to protect her family's long legacy.
We all do.
But who would have thought it'd be Engelbert, of all people, who convinced Macherie to go through with it, huh?
That's a Lady Macherie to you.
Oh, come on. What's the big deal? She was torn between me and Mont there for a while, you know.
I highly doubt Her Highness was the slightest bit torn at all.
Well, there were rumors that, having lost their own castle, Leonis was out to annex Horn.
What nonsense. Mon would never dream of such a thing.
Yes, we know. It was Engelbert who put a stop to such murmurings.
Is it poor of me to say that I find that quite the revelation?
Not in the least. Engelbert was the one most expected to oppose a merging with Leonis, after all.
What caused his change of heart?
I think our new king's sincere character won him over. How His Majesty could always be found on the front lines, fighting for others, without fear for his own well-being. That is the way of King Mont. I myself owe him my very life. So even Engelbert, who opposed King Mont so much at first, had no choice but to acknowledge him. I, too, am convinced he is a great man we can wholeheartedly believe in.
I can understand why you'd think that.
The implications of the advancements in the study of miasma also played a great part. It was an expertise that was brought here by some missionaries from Tessera, a land that lies far south from Ardra. It was their knowledge that also saved Engelbert.
I am told that the power of crystals can purge the miasma away.
Indeed. They say that in a year or two at the longest, Leonis will be restored to a place where flowers bloom and birds sing yet again.
Ma Cherie and I would sincerely like to thank you all for gathering here today. It was an honor to have you witness the two of us exchange vows and pledge to live our lives together as husband and wife. And though we both have many shortcomings, we shall strive to grow and never allow our inexperience to stop us from building a country where everyone can be happy. It has been decided that after a short period of preparation, the nations of Leonis and Horn shall become one kingdom. And while no one can ascertain what the Sanctum is up to, we hear that Heindler, having just severed their alliance with Rundal, are moving to unify all of Ardra under their own banner. I fear that a great war might soon occur. One that shall by far surpass the terrible battle we have only finished fighting. However, I would like that for today, even just for this one short moment, we forget about such troubles, sing and dance together, and renew our spirits to welcome a brighter future.
All hail King Mont! All hail Queen Ma Cherie! May the future of Leonis and Horn be happy and prosperous!
What is it?
We've got trouble! Soldiers from Rundal are here!
What is the meaning of this?
Forgive our intrusion.
We have nothing to apologize for. So do not bow and scrape to them.
But...
This is the Rundal's way of blessing a wedding, and blessings must be given in earnest.
Hey! Hey! Don't give me that "this is Rundal's way" crap!
Stand down, Salir.
Stay out of this, brother! Don't you have any respect for someone's special day? A wedding is a sacred ceremony that couples only get to enjoy once in their lives!
Aren't you the old-fashioned one?
Got a problem with that?
One could almost say it's adorable. When we had our little scuffle at that fortress near the border, I swore that I would kill you and that brother of yours. But I take that back. I shall instead keep you at my side, Salir, and dote on you like a pet.
Ew! No thanks! Not in a million years! Take your weird tastes and so-called blessings and beat it!
What is this about a blessing? You have piqued my interest.
Queen Marjorie!
Please do not indulge these ill-mannered brutes, Your Highness.
Marjorie!
There is no need for concern. They have no intention of taking any lives today. Is that not right, Lucia?
Of course not. But if you wish for it, I would be more than happy to comply.
Perhaps this might serve as a good opportunity to show them what the combined might of Horn and Leonis shall be like. Let us give them a thorough enlightening.
You accept our blessing? Then let us see what your new nation has to offer.
You lot are in for such a world of pain. Oh, it makes me jealous.
I see you're still getting whipped in Rundal.
Oof. Oh, Salir.
What?
What I would give for you to cast Toad on me, then gently squish me under your heel.
I will not leave the duty of the first sword to any other.
The people of Ovis honor our debts.
Wazette stands with Leonis and Horn.
The stars are singing aloud, a song of a new dawn.
I guess we won't be left wanting opponents. This is a celebration! Pull out all the stops!
That's enough!
You seem to have the mettle to match your words. Well, that was fun. Let's do it again sometime. Move out!
These were supposed to be given before things became festive. Congratulations on this joyous day.
Of course. Thank you, Baral. Lucia, how does Jaden fare? I hear he was severely wounded when Oberon turned on him, and that he lost his ring as well.
Only time will tell. And in that sense, we are at its mercy. But we shall never give up hope. King Jaden will return to unify Ardra as its absolute ruler.
I pray things take a turn for the better. If Jaden chooses to fight for the people, we shall gladly lend him our aid. But if he does anything to cause the people suffering and hardship...
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
What is the matter?
Lady Rosaluna is attempting another attack on Rosette Castle, my lady.
I see.
Rosaluna is at it again. Shall I have Horn send you reinforcements, Glaciella?
Thank you, but no. This is a problem between her and me. I do not want to involve anyone else in this family matter.
I know, but...
Are you sure you will be all right?
I am certain. It is simply something that I must resolve on my own.
Well, if you ever need any assistance, you know you can rely on us.
Thank you. I would have loved to spend more time with you both, but I'm afraid I must take my leave. I shall visit again soon. Until then.
Take care now.
Yes, and you too.
Queen Helena?
What is it, little Leela?
Oh, I love that you always say my name properly!
Oh, I see.
But that's not what I was going to say. Are you okay with this? Don't you want to go to Horn Castle?
I do. However, it is not yet the right time.
But today is King Mont's wedding.
Nothing good shall come from acting carelessly while we are unable to ascertain what the Sanctum is up to, despite what events may be taking place elsewhere. Moreover, I am concerned about Stern. We have not yet heard from him since he went off in search of Gilgamesh. I can only imagine what Stern may do once he hears what Gilgamesh has to say. The others shall soon be returning from their missions across the lands. And once we fathom the intentions of the great houses, we shall then decide our next course of action. Until then... all I can do is wish Mont the best, from afar.
Hey. Do you really think Stern will pull through? It's been quite some time since you said the darkness nested in his body had been dealt with.
How many times must I repeat myself?
Look, his condition isn't improving. I have little choice but to ask the same questions.
The radix of darkness has been completely removed. That much I am sure. However...
there's nothing we can do about his spirit, which has been contaminated by the darkness, right?
It is up to Stern to conquer that lingering darkness on his own. Whether he will be devoured by the darkness again and perish, or whether he wakes to the light and discovers a new path to take.
But I must say, I'm amazed.
At what exactly?
At you, of course. It's unbelievable how you traveled back in time over and over again, searching for a way to defeat that thing, the Realm Scourge. Though I must say I was even more surprised to hear you strive towards that goal alongside Sadali of all people.
Sadali was pure of heart and mind when he first came here to Ardra as a missionary. But that all changed when he lost his beloved Exia. And I am not without blame for her demise. But we are no longer able to turn back time. We can only push ever forward.
Stern! How are you feeling?
So you survived. It would seem you have completely freed yourself from the shackles of the lingering darkness.
Truly? Did you hear that? You pulled through.
I bestow upon you a gift.
What are you doing? Is this a set of armor?
It is something we had been working on in order to face the Realm Scourge.
By we, you mean yourself and Amnelis, back when she existed as a human.
Indeed. The armor has been refined down to the finest detail, thanks to the insight gained from her premonitions.
Why would you give such a thing to me?
The power you possess to defy the darkness is beyond that of any man. And thus, I deem you worthy of commanding this armor. Take what you have earned.
I've never seen anything like it. It's as if he's veiled in darkness itself.
The unyielding blade, which conquers the dark and champions the light. I believe this is Stern's true form, and a most fitting one at that. The armor is beyond my capabilities. May he use it in my stead.
Stern's true form. Hold on. Easy now.
You are responsible for tearing my family apart and leaving us divided.
You will not hear me deny it.
Then you shall atone for those sins with your blood.
That's enough.
Step aside. I have no desire to cut you down as well.
The way you put your blade to work just now was a thing of beauty. Nice and relaxed, just like O.
Like Master O?
Your anger is real, and for good reason. But you do not truly desire to kill Gilgamesh, do you? If you were hoping to test Gilgamesh's resolve, then you've more than done that.
When I awoke, I heard you talking. What is that Realm Scourge of which you spoke?
It is a great foe that we must defeat. Together with Sodali, I reset the hourglass of time itself, again and again, in search of a way to defeat the Realm Scourge.
Which I assume ultimately led you to bestow a ring upon Leonis, and have them use it to protect their lands.
The Realm Scourge has a strong reaction when it senses blood, or more precisely, the departing of souls. That is why we could never allow the lands of Leonis to become a battlefield. Every time blood is spilled there, its inevitable awakening draws closer.
Where is the Realm Scourge now?
I do not know. According to Amnelis's premonitions, we know that it has awoken. However, the lands of Leonis are blanketed in deadly miasma, making it impossible to approach.
So, this Realm Scourge can survive inside the miasma.
I believe the Realm Scourge itself is emitting the miasma, so that its enemies cannot approach until it has recovered all of its functions properly.
Okay, there's one thing I need to ask. In the end, do you think we can defeat the Realm Scourge? Can we actually stand against it if we do in fact unite all of Ardra as one?
I believe so. And it is that belief which drove my actions to this day. Though I lament that those actions spelled such tragedy for Leonis. But after coming this far, Amnelis's premonitions have changed.
In what way?
It seems that subduing the Realm Scourge with might alone may have become even more difficult. I do not know the reason for this, but I cannot allow that to prevent me from taking action. You know of the Mournblade forged by Masachika, do you not?
Why do you not answer him?
Ah, so you knew about the Mournblade as well as the Six Swords, I see.
Yes, and I was opposed to using it to face the Realm Scourge. That sword is an abomination. Those who wield it are consumed by madness, enslaved to become merciless butchers.
But now you fear matters have become so serious that we may have to rely on the Mournblade after all.
What exactly does all this mean?
I shall explain on the way.
On the way to where exactly?
It appears that if we are to defeat this Realm Scourge, we have no choice but to find Masachika's Mournblade, right, Gilgamesh?
I shall have no regrets if we can defeat the Realm Scourge. And I shall accept any punishments once the deed is done.
Then so be it.
And so I hereby declare, Heinler's tyranny cannot go unchecked. Leonis' forces shall depart Horn Castle immediately to provide protection to our friends in Ovis.
Sheesh.
My, someone got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning. Don't tell me you are scared of marching off to war.
Of course I am!
Are you trying to share your heart with the entire army? So?
Why am I deputy commander?
Oh, so that's what is really bothering you. It's your own fault for having an upset stomach at such an important moment.
Well, if I'd been the one made commander, we wouldn't be participating in this battle.
Do you somehow think I wanted this?
You don't?
It was entirely put in motion by Queen Macherie, if you must know. She said if I perform this task with merit, our standing within Horn shall rise accordingly.
Oof. Oof.
Surely you don't intend to disobey the Queen's orders, do you?
All right. I'll go to war, jeez. But just for the record, you do realize we're up against Heinler, right? If we don't tread carefully...
Hey, don't you think this is rather odd?
What is, exactly?
I'm not a part of Leonis' army, am I?
That goes without saying. No nation, despite how lacking in military might they may be, would be desperate enough to hire someone as spoony as you.
That's rather unkind. But even if that were true, why the heck am I lined up here ready for battle?
Because you are a lackwit, that's why.
Hey!
You walked here on your own accord, didn't you?
I guess so, yeah.
Then you signed up for this battle of your own free will.
Well, if you put it like that. But hang on a second! You came up and whispered something about wanting to take me someplace nice.
It is still your own fault for following me with your ulterior motives.
I'm gonna die for sure this time.
Worry not. I'll be by your side.
To protect me?
To gather your remains. Enough fooling around. It's almost time for us to deploy.
Crap. Guess I may as well use this as a chance to earn some glory and rise up in the ranks here then.
Mont. Are you sure this is the right decision?
I am. It will all work out. Besides, you allowed Horn's 3rd Division Sempitern to accompany me.
It will be their first time going to battle for Horn. I am certain they will do their best to prove themselves.
And I shall appreciate their efforts. But you and the others need to stay vigilant while we are gone. It is unsettling how little information we have of the Crystal Sanctum's movements of late. I fear there is a good chance Horn will be high on their list of targets.
I understand.
Forces of Leonis! Move out! I shall see you soon.
I pray so. Mont!
What is it, Macherie?
I am with child.
Truly? That's wonderful news. Allow me to promise you again, then. I shall do whatever it takes to make you and our child happy.
I am already happier than can be.
I had better be off.
Travel safe. I take it you are there, Ketone? My apologies.
Huh?
You desired to head out into battle alongside Mont, did you not?
I am a shinobi. I simply follow whatever orders I am given.
Then tell me about your mother.
Why would you ask that?
Is she still alive?
No. She passed when I was very young.
Do you remember what she looked like?
I can never forget her. She had such a gentle smile.
Then I envy you.
How so?
I have no recollection of my mother or her smile. It is not that I have forgotten. She drew her last breath giving birth to me. Fortunately, I now have Mont, and I have confidence I can serve him as his wife and queen. But when it comes to the child I carry, I am not sure I can be a good mother. I have no idea what a mother means to a child. I have no idea what to do.
Your Highness.
I fear that I will be incapable of raising this child correctly. That not having had a mother of my own, I have no qualifications to become a mother myself. It is all I think about.
Queen Macherie.
My apologies. You are the only one I know whom I could confide this to.
I am only happy to serve.
I did not want to burden Mont with my fears. And it might cause anxiety amongst my own vassals if I spoke about it to them.
What about Lady Glaciella?
Glaciella and I exchanged the vow of sisterhood. Which is why I know... if she heard word of this, she would surely abandon everything she should be doing and run to my side. But Glaciella has more pressing matters she needs to attend to now. I dare not cause her heart to become torn.
So, that is why you chose me?
It is a burden you did not wish for. I know.
It is no burden at all.
Deep down, I am weak. I need to be strong, as Mont's queen consort and as the mother to the child in my womb. Despite that, I cannot continue to simply put on a bold front as I did back when I was known as the beautiful Steel Maiden. I was at a loss, not knowing whom I could confide in. When I remembered, you were here at my side. You volunteered to stay back here to guard the castle, and me, didn't you?
You were aware of that?
I understand you quite well. We defied fate together at Bordis Castle, after all.
What is it? There was a reason I stayed back here.
And And what reason was that?
I had to apologize to you, Your Highness.
Speak what is in your heart. I promise I shall not become angered.
Back then, I considered leaving you to die at one point.
You mean when you left me in Bordis Castle to go get help from Mont?
Yes.
But you returned with Mont in the end, did you not?
I did, but...
I am not sure how you feel, but you are dear to me, Ketone.
Queen Mashari.
So thank you, Ketone. Let us put the events of Bordis Castle behind us now, shall we?
Understood.
It all makes sense now, mind you. When you came to my chambers just before the wedding ceremony, you did so wanting to get that off your chest.
I did. Yes.
Our Mont has truly become quite the man, hasn't he?
His Majesty's face, when he looked at you during the wedding ceremony, it was the most gallant I have ever seen.
Mont, may you return to us safely.
The fatigue of the second party grows by the hour. The stratagem of repeated raids and retreats that best utilizes the first party's limited number of troops appears to have been most effective.
It does indeed. The raids we perform night and day are surely causing them to lack for sleep and grow irritated, which will eventually incur outright anger. I expect that, before long, they will aim that indignation towards Glaciella.
An outcome of high probability, to be sure. Even if it was by decree of King Curry, Glaciella benefited the most from the ousting of Lady Rosaluna, who otherwise would have been first in line to the throne. And thus, with her current standing, she inherits a degree of culpability.
And that is why the first party doesn't try to actually defeat the second party?
You have them backwards.
Which is which again?
We are the first party. Glaciella's side would be the second party.
Okay then. That is why the second party doesn't try to actually defeat the first party. Did I get it right this time?
Your understanding is correct, as is your use of terminology, which I do hope you remember in the future.
This is such a pain. Anyway, this can only mean they are making a show of their superior military might with the hopes that we will just surrender. As long as the second party does not carry out a full-on offensive, it provides the first party a golden opportunity. Did I get that one right?
Most accurately, yes.
It seems our forces are prepared.
Rosaluna!
So, what is our next plan of action?
The first party shall attempt to divide the second party's forces.
And how do you intend we do that, exactly?
I have won over one of the enemy's influential members.
That member being?
An archer by the name of Eugene. She also happens to have been Sergez's secret sweetheart.
Eugene. Yes, I am familiar with her name. She is said to have quite a talent for the bow.
She's the last person Glaciella would ever expect a betrayal from. She's perfect.
How do you intend to utilize Eugene to divide Wizette?
As you know, there are currently two factions at play within Wizette. The first are those who wish to abolish the monarchy and slowly dismantle the kingdom, transforming Wizette into an assembly of equals. This rationale comes from Glaciella. The other faction are those who wish to maintain the current monarchical system. Aside from existing members of the royal family and government ministers, there are a good many soldiers who adhere to this thinking. While Glaciella's side maintain the upper hand, they serve as a buffer of sorts. But if Glaciella were to fall...
There would be no avoiding a clash between Glaciella's reigning supporters and the royalists who wish to maintain the status quo. Which means, if we were to...
Allow me to remind you that under no circumstances is Glaciella to be assassinated.
But, Lady Rosaluna...
If the fighting were to intensify, one can readily estimate a great number of casualties. If we do not strike while the iron is hot...
If you cannot follow orders, then leave my sight immediately. It is I who shall deliver Glaciella's last rites. Understood?
Lady Rosaluna.
What is it?
The village chief of Tanis is here requesting an audience with you, my lady.
Right. I shall meet with him immediately.
It's a bit late to tell me to leave Glaciella unharmed after I already had instructions sent to Eugene. So, in order to cancel those instructions, I shall have to send someone into Wizette Castle. But who's to say whether Eugene hasn't already begun to put the plan into action, right at this very moment? And if anything happens, Fraser and I shall both surely be punished for disobeying orders. Oh, but there is a way I can escape that fate. If I tell Lady Rosaluna that it was Fraser who made contact with Eugene, then I shall be free of blame. Yes, I should definitely try this, and fast.
Lady O'Neill, I can hear everything, yet again.
Don't be getting the wrong idea. I was merely contemplating one potential course of action. Whether I shall carry that out or not is another matter.
It sounded very much like you had made up your mind to take action immediately, mind you. Anyway, putting your plans to throw me to the wolves aside, I wonder if it will be much longer before Lady Rosaluna returns.
Oh, she's probably still having her ears worn out by that village chief, petitioning her to put an end to the fighting.
It would be so much easier if Wizette's army was deemed the villain in this affair.
Unfortunately, Glacial is too widely adored by the masses for that to happen.
I bring urgent news!
Whatever has you so flustered?
Enemy forces approach!
By enemy forces, you mean the army of Wazette?
Yes, my lord.
What is the meaning of this?
Until now, the second party has never initiated any attacks.
True. Glaciella and her friends only fight back in response to our raids. So why would they suddenly go on the offense against us now?
Something about this does not add up.
Either way, we can't just sit here and not fight back ourselves.
Soldier, report this to Lady Rosaluna, post-haste.
At once, my lord.
Lady Soniel, you had best take command until Lady Rosaluna returns.
Leave it to me.
A moment of your time, Chancellor.
Well, well, if it isn't Lady Glaciella, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I believe you to be the noble who holds the most sway within the castle, Chancellor. So I wish to beseech you...
Oh, not this again.
Please, for the sake of the people's welfare, you and the other ministers must give up your titles.
I respectfully decline. Do not be mistaken, my lady. I do not cling to my position as Chancellor out of selfish desires. I humbly perform this duty for the sake of the kingdom. How many times are you going to make me say it? Abolishing the monarchy and nobility will not bring greater well-being to the people. That is nothing more than a fanciful dream. For instance, if there's no ruling class, then who shall command our army, There are those who say we do not need an army either. Whilst they may not wish to wage war, I am not sure if the other great houses will maintain a similar sentiment. Wazette shall become a sitting duck. Why can you not apprehend so obvious a conclusion?
I am fully aware of that possibility, which is why I do not expect it to happen overnight, but gradually.
That shall just delay the inevitable. Before you go about advocating the toppling of the aristocracy, I would much prefer it if you would settle this Rosaluna matter in a timely manner.
Settle it in what way?
In your last face-off with her, you came out victorious. So one imagines a similar result this time as well. Anyway, it would be far more appropriate to discuss the future of our kingdom after we have dealt with the dissidents that infest our lands.
Are my intentions really nothing more than fanciful dreams?
It appears you have failed to persuade our dear Chancellor yet again.
Cayenne.
If it was left to me, his ilk would need a swift execution. In any case, your prudence does have merit. It appears Rosaluna underestimates old Rugal, and that itself is the Chancellor's strategy. He paints himself as someone insignificant who can easily be crushed at any time. Fooling everyone to think so has been Rugal's secret of success since back when he served Kuri. Never the spearhead in any matters, always discrediting himself, except when it comes to divvying up the spoils, where he somehow manages to make off with the best share. I am sure you lost count of the number of treasurers who met with an arrow to the head during Kuri's reign. And yet Regal somehow not only continued to meet Kuri's expectations, but grew his own personal wealth while he was at it. He is way more cunning than he appears, and if you aren't vigilant towards him, he will use that to his advantage. Be careful not to play into his hands.
I am well aware of his methods. But currently, the Chancellor maintains a lot of influence, so I fear he will continue to have his way.
I can understand why you feel that way. What makes Regal so cunning is that he doesn't just keep the riches he pockets to himself. By sharing the misappropriated gains, he increases the number of accomplices, thereby ensuring his own safety. And to top it all off, he is an absolute master when it comes to finances. No one can do it better. Not even Fraser. If anyone were to remove him, then the whole country would feel the impact, and there would be hell to pay from the nobility and military. Quite the tricky situation we have on our hands. That said, it is all thanks to Rosaluna that the Chancellor can keep having everything his way.
What does Rosaluna have to do with it?
You don't need to feign ignorance with me, Glaciella. You are at your wit's end because of her. Rosaluna's grievance has some truth to it, after all, so it is only natural it would cause you concern. But I was impressed to hear you finally mustered the resolve to have her eliminated.
What do you mean by have her eliminated?
Why, did you not just order our soldiers to take down Rosaluna?
I gave no such order!
I see. So old Regal took it upon himself to issue that order then.
I cannot believe the Chancellor would mobilize our forces without my knowledge.
And yet he just did.
By the gods! We need to stop this immediately!
Stopping our soldiers will place you right back at square one again. You do realize?
Yes, I am well aware of that. Many have suffered because I have spent too long fretting, not having the will to make a final decision. I cannot allow that to happen again. Even if that final decision is one that rips the beating heart right out of my chest.
So, you have struggled that much to make a call on how best to deal with your half-sister. Perhaps this can be taken as a sign you have matured a little. However, you'll not find a solution which makes everyone happy. At least not that easily.
You had better run home.
Quit!
An ambush. Come forward and face me, coward!
Prepare for the great beyond, Glaciella.
Wow, it's amazing you're confident you can hit her from this far away.
Uni, Severo.
I never expected you would betray Lady Glaciella like this, Eugene.
Sergius's death is all Glaciella's fault.
Do you really believe that?
Without a doubt.
Did you know we were both present when the commander took his final breath? The commander harbored no malice or hatred towards anyone, other than Kuri, that is. And his last words were,
"Do what is right for Wizette." That's what he begged of King Mont before he died. Don't you get it? Sergius's dying wish was for a Wizette without Kuri, like we have now.
But Glaciella is about to betray that dying wish.
What do you mean?
She has become a bootlicker to the Chancellor and the rest of the nobility. Is that not proof enough?
Then maybe you should hold off and watch a little longer.
And why would I do that?
Lady Glaciella has strengthened her resolve.
So you might best draw your own conclusion upon ascertaining what path she has actually chosen.
I hope she can open her eyes to the truth.
We can only pray she does.
Oh.
We have lost sight of Lady Glaciella.
I'm sure she's headed to the battleground to try and stop our soldiers.
Then it's clear where we must go next.
I think so too.
Stand aside! This is your last warning.
This is as far as you go, Lady Glaciella.
We must break the chain of oppressive tyrants such as Kuri.
Yeah, so the best use of your blue blood would be to fertilize these frozen grounds.
That's what the people of Wizette really want.
So how about you put down your weapon and make this easy?
There's no need to worry.
Yeah, we'll make yours a quick death.
And painless, if you cooperate.
I shall not stand down. For the sake of the people, I will never stand down!
You choose the hard way, eh? Then we'll just have to take your life by force.
I am so sorry, Sergius. I was unable to loose my arrow on Glaciella. Even if Uni and Severo had not appeared just as I drew my bow, I probably would not have been able to go through with it. If only I had been there with you during your final moments.
I see. So you were able to come to an agreement with the remnants of Fennis, then?
Yes, Chancellor.
In the end, all it took was the almighty guild to arouse those nationless savages.
Remnants of Fennis? What need would he have for them?
At this rate, Glaciella and Rosaluna shall surely face off against each other in a duel. The would be ideal if they kill one another. But even if they don't, they will both grow fatigued.
Making them easy targets. Either way, it's good for Wizette.
Neither Glaciella nor Rosaluna are worthy to sit on the throne. But do not misinterpret my motives. I have no desire to become king myself. The ideal position for me is one where the kingdom simply could not continue to exist if it were not for my assistance. I prefer to avoid being hated, envied, or dare I say, desired for the gallows.
Glaciella and Rosaluna will duel with one another again? So that is what Uni meant by Glaciella having strengthened her resolve.
I am sorry. It had to come to this. If I had not been so spineless, blood would not have needed to be shed. But know that I shall put an end to this. So please, forgive me. Cayenne?
You come all this way across the tundra with nary a single guard or attendant. Are you still somehow unaware of how important a position it is that you hold? If something were to happen to you, Glaciella, what would become of our countrymen that you leave behind? And to think, I believed you understood the gravity of your circumstances.
I'm sorry.
I can easily imagine Sergis's death has put a fire in your belly. And now you feel that being overly cautious before taking any action might again lead to the suffering or deaths of others. Thus, you are impelled to take some manner of action in order to not repeat the mistakes of the past. However, rash actions more than often lead one to make grave mistakes. The whole castle is abuzz with word that you intend to face off against Rosaluna. I imagine our old friend Chancellor Regal was the one who spread those rumors. And now I know it to be true. Oh, Regal, you devil. It appears he has put a plan into motion to bring an end to both you and Rosaluna.
The depravity of the Chancellor and other nobles runs deep. Rosaluna is not wrong when she says the dissolution of the nation of Wizette must happen. We just need to take our time in doing so.
Precisely. Especially when one considers that the whole of Ardra is still in a state of war. If Wizette were to dissolve its governmental system right now, it would make us easy pickings for any of the great houses. It goes without saying that Leonis and Horn would surely come to our aid. However,
that would cause them to divide up their military might and expose them to a similar danger.
Additionally, we will need to clarify what to do about our armed forces. What will become of all those soldiers if we were to terminate their military service? If they suddenly find themselves without a way to make ends meet, many may fall into banditry just to survive.
The dismantling of a nation itself is simple. but rushing to do so shall surely cause misfortune to a lot of people. Why can Rosaluna not see something so obvious?
Perhaps her hatred for her motherland clouds her vision. She suffered tremendous humiliation at the hands of Kuri, and the lands of her exile were unforgiving. If she had been able to defeat Kuri with her own hands, she may have found satisfaction or relief. However...
You think she is now unable to lower the fist she once raised?
Well, this is all just supposition on my account, of course. I believe you have somewhere you need to be. Take my chocobo.
Thank you, Cayenne.
One is left to wonder how this shall all unfold.
Sir Seymour, there is something I wish to ask you.
Hey, cut it with the airs and graces, will you?
Airs and graces?
You are not beneath me, and I am certainly not above you.
I realize that, but you were a compeer of my master.
So you go round placing all of O's friends on a pedestal, then?
Well, no, but...
You and I are equals. Standing on ceremony will just give us both cramps.
Then... very well.
Anyway, what was it you wanted to ask?
I was wondering what Gilgamesh is doing now.
I see. You want to know what he's doing while he has us go off on this scavenger hunt of his for Masachika's Mornblade. Am I right?
More or less.
He's probably taking a nap.
Are you being serious?
I most definitely am not. Don't worry. I assume he is analyzing Amnelis's premonitions.
Who is this Amnelis?
Would it make sense if I said she is Gilgamesh's advisor?
That spirit of a woman without fleshly form?
It appears that Amnelis also came from the future with Gilgamesh. But when battling the Realm Scourge, she sacrificed herself to save Gilgamesh, and her body fused with that monstrosity.
So she is still alive. In a way.
It seems so. But mental fortitude is not an unlimited resource. Just as your heart was afflicted by the darkness, Amnelis's soul is slowly being eroded by the Realm Scourge. It appears Amnelis, while imperfect, has the ability to foresee the future. She and Gilgamesh called them premonitions or oracles.
Similar to how Ramada can discern the words of the stars.
However, her oracles are being affected by some kind of interference.
Interference?
Some outside influence has started to distort her premonitions, impairing their fidelity.
So, it is as if other sounds are muddling the message she tries to relay.
Something like that.
Which means this crisis with Amnelis may be what prompted Gilgamesh's decision to search for the Mornblade. Naturally, if it leads to saving Ardra and all who live here, then I will gladly assist. But I fear we do not have enough leads to find it.
Oh, I have a pretty good lead.
You mean your blade, the Time Slayer?
Deemed too much of a danger to this world, The Mournblade was sealed away with its location rendered unknown. But hints to its whereabouts were hidden with the 6 swords, of which this Time Slayer is one.
So, if we can find the other 5 swords, then...
Indeed. They should be able to guide us to the Mournblade.
I have one last question, then. How did you come to possess the Time Slayer?
We Swordmasters of the East have been entrusted with them as part of our duties. Some of my fellow masters are currently unaccounted for, mind you.
Then, Master O...
was entrusted with one of them, too. O referred to his as the Lightning Katana, but its true name is the Thunder Edge. Hold up a second. Where are you heading off to?
The resting place of my master, Anvil Castle.
Ah, I see. You've got a lead of your own, huh? Let's waste no time, then.
Is this all the kingdom's forces have got? Time under Glaciela's command must have made you all go soft.
It's futile! We are just no match for them!
So, what are we gonna do? If we retreat now, it'll be deemed desertion in the face of the enemy.
Leave them to me!
Lady Glaciela!
Let the Waker of you help the wounded back to the castle. Those still able to fight, stick by my side.
Oh, you think that's all it will take to turn the tide? Ha! I shall dispose of you once and for all. Don't you dare think I have forgotten the shame we suffered at Borda's castle. How in blazes did you become so strong?
We have the greater numbers, and our men lack for neither training nor discipline. And yet...
You aren't worth wasting any more of our energy on.
How dare you!
Just go summon Rosaluna.
There is no need to summon me. I am already here.
Lady Rosaluna!
Nice idea, this little surprise attack of yours.
I did not give the orders for this.
I see. So Regal instigated it then. That would indeed make a lot of sense.
Nonetheless, perhaps this is for the best. Let us settle our differences once and for all. You and I in a one-on-one battle. Just like last time.
No. It shall not be just like last time. Back then I lost and was forced to live with humiliation and tears for all so long. Not a day has passed since then that I did not recall the cursed faces of Kuri and you. Nothing would please me more than to settle this. Here, on the morrow, each side may bring 2 witnesses with them. No one else will be allowed to enter the battlefield.
I have no objections to those conditions.
Then you had best enjoy your supper tonight, for it shall be your last.
Come tomorrow, the Kingdom of Wazette will officially be dissolved.
You challenged her to a duel?
We shall all accompany you, sister.
That is a heartening sentiment, but this is a duel. It is combat fought according to a sacred code. We agreed on 2 witnesses each, and that is all I shall take.
I shall go as a witness then. And if anything fishy happens, I shall protect you, sister.
Thank you, Kadia.
Then I shall attend as your second.
Hey, isn't that going to be a problem? Eugene must be intending to backstab Lady Glaciella on the battlefield.
I believe in her.
What?
Is there an issue with me going?
No. If anything, I appreciate it.
Sister?
Let us set out.
She looked ever so troubled just now. Almost as if she had accepted her fate. No. Nothing bad is going to happen. She'll never lose to Rosaluna. Not ever!
Are you coming or not?
I'm sorry!
Eugene, before the duel begins, may I have a word?
What is it, my lady?
It's about the Wazette that Sergius wished for. One without a monarchy. If I had understood how much our subjects suffered and grieved, and had acted quicker, then things might have been different for him. But I have changed. No matter the outcome of this duel, the hands of the clock will never stop. If I show signs of my determination wavering, then shoot me down with that keen arrow of yours.
Sister!
Do you truly mean that, my lady?
With all my being. I live to serve the people. I put my life on the line for them. Truth be told, the best outcome would be for Rosaluna to have a change of heart. But it seems it is too late for that now. We cannot come to understand each other unless we spill blood. I suppose that is just the way of the House of Wazette. Anyway, let us get going. It shall soon be dawn, and we will need to push through whatever beasts or monsters that stand in our way.
Will they be all right?
Your concern is warranted, but I am sure everything will turn out just fine.
Do you really think so?
It is as I said. I believe in Eugene.
Hey, do you think we should go after them?
Go after them? You mean to the place of the duel?
Yeah.
And what exactly makes you think that would be permitted?
Oops.
A duel is a sacred act. Even if you had no intention to join in the fray, what would it look like if we had soldiers await in hiding nearby?
It would cast unfounded suspicion upon Lady Glaciella.
That wasn't too hard to fathom now, was it? Consider this a warning. If you so much as set one foot outside this castle, you shall be severely disciplined.
I guess we should do as we are told.
Mrs. Princess!
It isn't even daybreak yet. Are you always up this early?
Yup. It's almost harvest time, so if I don't help out, we won't be able to pay our annual tribute.
Is the land tax still that much?
Yeah. Well, Gramps says things have gotten a lot easier since King Kuri passed.
But the burden is still a heavy one, I see.
But it is for the sake of the country, so we just have to be strong.
Good morning.
Why, if it isn't Lady Rosaluna? What brings you to our squalid little village?
Squalid? Nay. The rustic charm of places like this sets my heart at ease.
So, what can we do for you today?
I'm not here for anything in particular. I merely wish to see how everyone is faring. But I should get going. I have good news. Wizette is about to change. No longer shall you struggle under the burden of heavy taxation, or live in fear of monsters or invaders from other lands. Soon, there will come a Wizette where everyone can live happily, with smiles on all our faces.
You mean we can finally eat till our bellies are full?
That too.
I hope you also can live in happiness, Lady Rosaluna. Along with your half-sister, Lady Glaciella, as well. It's not just me and the boys who think that way. Why, it's the one and only wish of everyone in this here village.
How sweet. It would certainly be nice if things could be that way.
It shall be dawn soon. We've been walking all night. We should probably find somewhere to rest a while.
Before we do that...
Yeah, I know. Those two have been tailing us much too closely for it to be mere coincidence.
Are they after what little gil we have? Or something else?
Well, if they are after my katana here, at least we know how it's going to play out.
Lady Melnia desires that blade. Hand it over.
Spare the introductions and take it from them.
Yes, my lady.
Jeez, just cutting right to the chase, huh? And here I was hoping to enjoy a lovely little chat first.
Stop playing the fool.
The fact that you want this blade implies you know what it is. Am I right?
So what if you are?
Then that means you two are seeking the Mournblade as well.
Oh. I never expected lowly wretches such as you would know of Masachika's creation. How very interesting.
You aren't the only ones who find this interesting. However, by the look of things, neither of you seem to possess a single one of the 6 swords. So that has me wondering, even if you were to obtain this here blade, would you have an inkling of where to search next?
And what if we did?
Then we'd have to beat it out of you.
You think we would lose to the likes of you?
There's only one way to find out. Stern, don't go killing them now, you hear?
I will show restraint, but whether they can keep themselves alive is their problem.
Ranel, kill them.
As you wish, my lady.
Sir, Seymour, how is your wound?
There's no need for concern. Just a little scratch. Let's hurry up and get this over with. I'm in need of a good drink.
Is that all you care about?
Well, it just so happens that we're not far from a village. And I intend to drink myself silly and crash there.
Lady Melnia. We have not defeated them yet.
If we continue to challenge them for their sword, it will only result in your death.
But I am prepared to lay down my life for you, my lady.
Silly girl. Do you really wish to die for no reason? We misjudged our opponents, particularly that one called Stern. So long as you two also continue to search for the Mournblade, I am sure our paths shall cross again.
You're cutting and running?
How dare you!
Ranel! If this battle continues, there will be deaths on both sides. I think everyone here is very much aware of this. I have no desire for that to happen. You are all I have, Ranel, and I am not prepared to lose you yet.
Lady Melnia.
Go and collect the 6 swords by all means. I shall deprive you of them once you have.
What is it? That's more than curious.
You said there was a village near here?
There is indeed.
Do you think they could supply us with chocobos?
Yeah, I don't see why not. But what for? We don't need chocobos to reach Anvil Castle.
Anvil Castle can wait. I have a bad feeling all of a sudden. Time may be of the essence.
They've arrived.
The first party and second party hereby enter into an agreement for a one-on-one duel, with the execution of said contract being witnessed by...
Where is Rosaluna?
Right here.
Lady Rosaluna appears brimming with vitality, don't you think?
I concur. This looks most promising indeed.
Before the duel commences, I wish to make our agreement clear.
By that you mean...
So that we leave behind no ill will.
That is fine by me.
There shall be no yielding, no matter how badly injured either side becomes.
Wait a moment! Do you mean to say the losing side must be killed?
As I said, it is so that we leave behind no ill will.
I see. I have no objections with that.
Sister!
May I add a condition of my own?
And what would that be?
The troops of the losing side must agree to follow the winner.
Very well. This brings back memories.
I suppose it does.
I hereby declare the contract executed and effective. Anyone who breaches this agreement shall be punished with appropriate severity.
Here we are, touching our fists together just like last time. But it will not end the same way this time round. The monarchy and aristocracy are the very root of the corruption that plagues Wizet. They shall be ousted immediately. This is what is best for the people.
Eventually that shall come to be. But overly rushing to bring about such a reform will result in the people suffering.
Overly rushing. The outcome shall be the same, only whether it happens quickly or slowly differs. The fate of the people cannot be left in the hands of someone who continuously puts off making any real decisions.
I will not let the people down. And I intend to prove that to you right here and now.
It is not you who shall bring change to Wizet, Glaciella. It is I. Let us begin.
All right.
Lady Rosaluna! Why are you stopping me?
The contract is binding by sacred code.
Sacred schmacred! If we don't do something! Eugene! Eugene!
Hey! Just what do you think you're doing?
Observe to the very end and see for yourself. Which one should be entrusted with Wizette's future?
This ends now!
I wish for nothing more!
Huh? What the? Was that soldiers?
Take aim! Fire!
Glaciella!
I am glad you're... okay.
But why? Glaciella!
Lady Rosaluna! Are you okay?
They are in breach of contract and must be punished post-haste.
Those are no Wizette soldiers.
Then who is this new party?
It reeks of something that Regal would do. He must have brought the remnants of Venice's forces here.
To what end, precisely?
Is it not obvious? He's scheming to dispose of both Glaciella and me. Tend to Glaciella's wounds.
But...
I shall have your head if she dies. I trust I make myself clear.
Understood.
Sister!
I have ordered Sunil to look after Glaciella. So don't worry your little head about her.
But...
We need to focus on Regal and the routing of his mercenaries. So follow me. He will pay for this outrage. Let us strike back!
This cannot be!
How are your wounds?
Fine. Thanks to Sonil's diligent care.
Good. Regal has been dealt with. Wizette shall be a better place without him.
It certainly will. Thank you.
Why do you thank me?
For doing what I was too fearful to do.
I see.
I guess this means that I have lost.
There is no victor or loser here. I had underestimated the depravity of Regal. And because of this, I was blinded to your anguish, Glaciella.
Oh, Rosaluna.
Lady Rosaluna!
What is it? Don't tell me there are more of Finis' mercenaries.
It's some kind of monstrosity!
Monstrosity?
It's a monster more gigantic and dreadful than anything I have seen!
I cannot believe the size of it. Glaciella, stay back and focus on mending your wounds.
But what about that thing?
I shall deal with it. Hurry! Gather all the soldiers you can!
As you command, my lady.
Sunil, come with me and...
You two help evacuate all the villagers in the surrounding area.
What? Glaciella!
I shall stop that monstrosity.
But you are wounded. It would be suicide.
The people are the foundation of this country. You must ensure their safety before it's too late.
I understand.
Kadia, you head back to the castle and gather reinforcements.
Will do!
Eugene, I shall need you with me.
It would be my honor.